Itakayo and my relations. I am doing a video about commentators on the right. I had been playing around with the idea of doing this video for a while, and I kept hoping that the reasons for it would be resolved. They have not, unfortunately. I listen to a lot of people on the right because a lot of people on the right seem to be the most clear-headed these days. And that may be because there's so much on the defensive. It used to be that a number of people on the right were not clear-headed at all. They were entrenched in defending their positions and defending them from a position of, if not ascendancy, at least equality. I think that the last 4 years under the Trump administration, during the Trump administration, the right has had to revisit their conservative roots, and they have come to understand what these principles are. And the principles are, quite succinctly, that you take care of yourself and you take care of those in your community, however you want to define your community. Your family, people on the block, extended friends, extended family. If we all did this, the whole world did this for their communities, we would be good. That we find the strength within ourselves and help others to do the same. Whereas the left is, yeah, they think that's a great idea, but if for some reason you're lacking, then the government should step in. Now, idealistically, if the government was attuned to what we really need and for building us up, that would be a good idea, but that has never happened throughout the history of the world. Larry Elder and Karlyn Borysenko are the two people that I'm following right now, and oh my God, they are fantastic. They are dedicated to the conservative cause. Larry is a libertarian. Karlyn, probably the same. I'm not quite sure. They are amazing people. They put themselves out there. They compile facts. They are kind-hearted. They are warm. They are wonderful. My favorite is Jordan Peterson. He is absolutely not on the right. I don't think he's declared a political party. Good on him. He's had some serious health issues and has had, I think, since last fall. We haven't heard from him since. But I understand that he's alive and recovering. The man is an inspiration. He is very much like me, or I am very much like him, even though we're not trying to copy each other. He's not even aware of who I am. He will present his arguments extremely well, and he's empathetic to everyone. He just listens to people. He doesn't like to talk over people. He doesn't get snarky. He doesn't insult. He listens. He's, like I said, an inspiration. I wish I could be as effective as Jordan. There are other people. Dennis Prager, big fan of his, who has a series of YouTube videos, PragerU, Prager University. And there are some other guys, mostly black, men and women. Names elude me right now. One guy's name is Eric July, but that's not the name he goes by on YouTube. Another woman's name is Jasmine, Jasmyne. And of course, there's Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum. Now, I've commented on a lot of these people's videos, including Brandon's and Candace's, and I've been very critical sometimes of them, and other times I've been very praising. Just to give you some recent examples, Brandon recently had a video about American Indians, and he said, "You guys lost." And we were talking about keeping promises that the white government has made. I don't care if they've lost or if we've lost. I'm part Cherokee. I've got Cherokee family. I don't care. You treat people with dignity and respect. And Brandon seemed to be saying, well, you lost, so no dignity, no respect. I'm not down with that. Candace had that 9-minute video about George Floyd, and I empathize because the idea is you got family members who are gathering around and protecting a member of a family. In this case, George Floyd was more symbolic in her presentation, gathering around and protecting people that really needed some tough love and didn't need to be protected. She was angry about that, and I sympathize, I empathize with her. But about 3 minutes in, she talked about being empathetic toward George Floyd's family. She should have led with that. And then this whole thing with Joe Biden and Cardi B. I think it was ridiculous. But why did Candace Owen have to call Cardi B illiterate? Why did she have to say Joe Biden thinks you're stupid? Why? It's not needed. And Brandon and Candace, and I think a lot of others, are really preaching to the choir. You preach to the choir, you're going to have this election down to the wire again. Now, as much as I like Larry and Karlyn, I have tried repeatedly to talk to them. I have tried repeatedly to talk to all these commentators and more. And I said I would write. My name is Mark Still. I have started a series on YouTube, How to Heal America. I would tell them about what I've done, what I've talked about, my principles. I'd invite them to watch my videos. Nothing. I haven't got a response from them. Now, Larry Elder, okay, he's got people. It may be that the people just have decided that they're not going to tell him about me. Karlyn has actually replied to me twice on YouTube and says, "Yeah, write me something." And the second time, "I'm sorry, I didn't get back to you. Write me something on my website," which I did. And then she doesn't get back to me. I know she's busy. I know that she got assaulted by Black Lives Matter members, physically assaulted. I know she's got stuff going on. But why do you say to me, "Yeah, I'll get back to you," and then don't? It's rude. I don't deserve to be treated that way. This is not me whining. This is me saying I don't deserve to be treated that way. If I have somebody who comes to me as a client and they talk about somebody else doing that to them, you know what? I say they don't deserve to be treated that way. We all train people how to treat us. And I'm telling you, you don't treat me that way. And you don't treat other people that way. You don't. Unless, I don't know, they're unrepentant murderers. Now, so I'm wondering, also extremely critical of Dennis Prager sometimes, and the people that he puts on the videos. But for the most part, because he has a series of different speakers on his videos. But for the most part, just a huge fan. I love what this guy's saying, and he is kind, and he will listen to people, much like Jordan Peterson, and I guess Larry Elder. I really haven't heard Larry Elder talk to other people who disagree with him. So I really can't comment on that. But I have heard Dennis Prager and Jordan Peterson, and I know what they're like. I've heard Candace and Brandon, and they're just pretty merciless. Maybe not so much Brandon, but yeah, Candace, just merciless. Although she is open to conversations with people that disagree. So why is this happening? Why am I being what's the word? Ghosted or pushed aside or avoided or ignored? I have several ideas. One is that I'm just too darn small. I'm not somebody who's got a huge profile, so I'm not going to do anything for them. Another is I went about it wrong. I should have asked them. I should have talked to them about a speaking engagement and offered them money. Third, I don't know, because of the criticism I've made, I don't recall criticizing Larry Elder, but I've criticized two of his proteges, who are Candace and Brandon. Although they may object to that term, and maybe rightly so, let's say colleagues, they have a close relationship. Can't think of any other reason, unless, they're talking among themselves and saying, Mark Still, avoid him. Maybe there's something I said on some of my videos that you disagree with. Because my whole point is not to preach to the choir. I want to talk to people who are in the middle and on the left, and I want to try to convince them to change their minds, to change their votes. I really do. And if this whole thing didn't go down with all this social justicing and all this violence, I probably wouldn't have voted. I wouldn't be on Trump's side. I mean, I've always defended him because of the lies that are told about him. For example, he said, people are still saying this, that Trump said many fine people on the right. And this is not true. At least not the way that they think that it is true. He wasn't saying that there were many fine people among the neo-Nazis and white supremacists. He said that he repudiates them. He says that he is absolutely against them. He was trying to be kind. He was trying to say, well, there are some people on the right that are alongside, that are in the crowd with neo-Nazis and white supremacists, but they are not. Could be as few as 10. I believe that's, who was it? Was it Abraham? Abraham and no, Lot. Lot's wife. And Lot said, well, are you going to destroy? God himself showed up. Are you going to, according to the story, are you going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Even if there are as few as, he kept going down in number. He may have started with 1,000. And then he went down to 100, then 50. Finally went down to 10. Will you destroy these cities if there are 10 good people? God said no. I personally believe there had to be at least 10 good people. Let's say very fine people. And the left just jumped on that and said that Trump was saying that bigots and, quote, racists are very fine people. That's not what happened. So, I don't like the way I'm being treated by these commentators. And maybe the way I'm being treated is simply that, I'm completely being dismissed, not being treated at all. I have told them, as I have hopefully made painfully clear, that I am, like all of us on the, I guess I'm on the right. At least I'm right-leaning. I mean, I'm not a no political affiliation. But I guess I'm right-leaning now. And like all of us, we're taking a big risk. I have a son who's a senior in a major Philadelphia high school that seems to have gone completely over to the dark side. I mean, the things that I say and do could affect him badly. And he actually believes as I do. My wife and I have raised him well. And like me, he is a very empathetic and compassionate and wonderful young man. Unlike me, because I'm a compassionate, empathetic, middle-aged man. Some might say old man. I don't understand why I'm being treated this way. It's not right. It's not fair. I am, in many ways, alone, or at least I feel alone. There are people that agree with me, but I don't have much in the way of followers on Instagram. Right now it's 46. I think it's 9 on YouTube. I have over 1,000 friends on Facebook, and thankfully I've only lost about fewer than 20 of them since I started all this. If I can just get a hold of 1 or 2 people and change their minds and have them question how they treat others and how they want others to treat others, then I've been successful. I'm confident in what I do. I'm confident in me. I'm confident in the Lord who inspires me, which does not mean that I think I'm infallible. I learn every day. Hopefully I get better every day. That's my objective. So, there you go. I guess I'm going to have to continue to be, quote, alone in this fight. And by alone, I'm saying, not with these bigger people, because I think they could really help me. And they could really help Philadelphia and South Jersey. But they're choosing not to. I continue my mission to reach as many souls as I can, because I really feel that I know we are in desperate times. This is crunch time. Kamala Harris and others have said that no matter who wins the election, they're going to keep up this assault. They're going to keep up this pressure, which is going to be interpreted by many as violence. And since Kamala Harris, did I call her Camila? I'm sorry. Because Kamala Harris and the others have not said, keep up the pressure, but please stop the violence. I know Joe Biden has recently said that. There's a campaign ad with that, but it's obvious no one's taking him seriously, because it's obvious Joe Biden, if that name wins President of the United States, it's obvious that Joe Biden's not going to be president. It's obvious that Joe Biden does not have the authority. So I continue in my mission because I know it is right. I know that I am working and striving toward making a better world for all my brothers and sisters, regardless of background or skin color, for all of them, as I always have been, as I always will. I continue. And I have turned up the pressure. I have turned up the pressure on myself to get this message out. Coming up in 18 minutes, folks. If you've been with me, thank you. Peace. 4 fingers. Talk to you soon. Be good to yourselves. Because by being good to yourselves, you can't help but be good to others. And keep the faith. Oh. And here's something. I wanted to show you this. I wanted to do a video the other week, but you see, I rode my bicycle to my office thinking that I had my good shirt here in the office, but I didn't. I had taken it home to clean it. And what I was wearing was this. And I didn't want to do the video because I figured just people would see this and they would get triggered and they wouldn't watch it. God bless America. God bless humanity. God has blessed me with you. And God bless you.